Sonic 1 and 2 were dope. Sonic and Knuckles and 3, I
best one.
Hard pass.
Those are the best ones. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, one of the best 2D platformers ever made.
Okay. But anyway.
No, not okay. Yes. Yes.
There's tiki torches in it. No.
Oh, no.
Mr. Gertz, glad to have you back. I'm not gonna lie, I missed you.
Oh, thanks.
I was. That's when you say I missed you too.
Okay, I missed you too.
Yo, fuck this show. I'm out. Cancel. I'm out. Fuck this show, man. I'm done. I can't. I'm tired of this shit. No, but people, we got Gertz back. I know one of the YouTube comments from our video a couple of days ago was like, wow, Gertz got a tan because we brought in Deuce to fill in for you.
Yeah, it's the second time he's done that.
But yes, people, now it's time to go ahead and slide into our story for the day, or I guess just our opinion before we get into our movie for tonight or this afternoon, or whatever time you're watching.
Early evening.
Sure, whatever. Like the sun ain't going down to like 9 o'clock anyway.
That's true.
It's hot as hell. Fuck this city.
Yeah.
But yes, people. Now, because we are watching a 22-year-old movie, I know, right? Shocking. Some of you aren't even that old in the chat.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so fucking old.
Yeah, you're 30. You're fine.
I'm dying like in 3 weeks. But no, a movie that's 22 years old, of course, that means it was big, well, huge for what it was in the 90s, 1995 to be exact.
Yeah.
August 18th, 1995. That is the day Mortal Kombat came out and graced all of us with its presence. And it was such a fantastic movie. We had the Highlander in there.
Yeah.
We had Johnny Tsunami's uncle. He was in there as Shang Tsung. And then we have a cast of people who we have not seen in decades.
Yeah, that chick from Billy Madison, I think, is in there.
Yeah.
Sonya Blade.
And then Robin Shu, I think is his name.
Yes. And
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's isn't it Ray Park that's Sub-Zero? The guy that played Darth Maul?
I think you're right.
Okay, with no speaking, of course.
Yeah, because he's one of those dudes that's usually just like in stunt roles like that. I think the only movies I can think of where he actually talks is X-Men. Because even when he was Darth Maul, they redubbed his voice.
That's right. But when he was Toad in X-Men, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Well, did he say anything in that movie?
He has like 3 or 4 lines.
I just remember that shitty ass line from Holly Berry.
Yeah,
you remember when
exactly.
you know what happens when the Toad is struck by lightning? I was like, oh, she about to say some dope shit. Same thing that happens to anything else.
Word.
Fuck you, bitch. I was hot. Oh, I was mad. But yes, people, we had Mortal Kombat starring a few popular in the 80s, 90s actors. I was talking to Gertz a couple days ago. Yeah. And I was saying, like, I don't know what we could do on the show today. Like, I kind of want to, like, I was like, maybe I want to try that thing I mentioned a year ago about watching, video game movies, and having, fun little commentary and things like that. And, I think it might work out because it's Mortal Kombat's 22nd year anniversary. It's big ups now. It's doing dope shit. And Gertz is like, well, Sonic Mania just came out. What the fuck, man? Like, I want to play that game. It's amazing. And Sonic, I haven't played it yet, but it's trash. No, but but Sonic Mania just came out. We know this, people. We are quite aware. And it made us think, wow, we've had not only in video games, but just pop culture in general, we've had a huge resurgence of 90s things coming out.
Yeah, in addition to video games, we've had shows come back, cartoons come back.
And for some parts good, but also in a lot of parts bad. We had this clusterfuck of a thing, the Baywatch movie, if you can't tell. Jesus, or if you're just listening, we've had that piece of garbage, trash. Probably it's going to be in my top 5 this year for worst movies.
It's one of the 3 fuck yous you've given this year, I think?
One of 3. One of 3. That Emoji Movie, and what was the other one?
Oh.
Was it Rings?
Yes, it was Rings.
Rings. So yeah, that Baywatch, congratulations. You need a trash bag for your trashy ass. There could have been another thing that came out in the 90s that was that bad that had either a remake or some kind of adaptation, especially in the theaters. That's impossible. No, you're wrong again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we had Ghost in the Shell. Yes, the anime that came out in 1995, the movie that came out in 1995, the same year as Mortal Kombat, which was a fucking dumpster fire. It was not, and it wasn't good. It was a lot. Keep in mind, people, I know when we bring up whitewashing and race on this show, people are like, you guys talk about race too much. Da, 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 da. Whitewashing was the least worst thing about this movie, or the least offensive thing about it. We had that, and you're like, wow, is it all downhill for things that are from the 90s that got adaptations or reduxes this year? No, I don't think so. We had something that was near and dear to my heart that got a big re-release, and I appreciated it. Maybe not as much as some people did, but I also appreciated it a lot more than other people did that were here. This fantastic film. Yes, God damn it! I love. Let me pull myself back now. I had to catch myself. There was a small core man who was like, "Yo, shit, what the fuck are you saying? Don't do that." The 12-year-old in me was like, "Fuck yeah, I love this movie." The adult was like, "It's okay. It quenched the thirst that the 12-year-old had."
Yeah.
So I was fine with it. And you saw that. You saw Power Rangers, correct?
Yeah, I was on the review with you guys.
Yeah, and you thought we gave it a rental, I believe.
I gave it a rental, and I'm not a Power Rangers fan at all.
But yeah, so we had that. You're thinking, well, we only have one thing that made a resurgence on the big screen. For the most part right now, yeah, this year, of course. But the small screen has been kicking ass, especially with a lot of, I guess, remakes or redos. I don't know if you remember this little jingle, but Gertz, maybe tell me if you do.
It's a duck blur.
Yes, people, that is the amazing voice of Patrick Gertz singing the DuckTales theme song. But yes, people, that is DuckTales from the 1990s when it was coming on. What was the Toon Disney, I think, at the time?
I remember seeing it on Toon Disney all the time.
Yeah, it was on Toon Disney. I think it was even coming on CBS or one of the things for like an early morning cartoon. But yes, that was one of the highlights of my childhood, watching cartoons, especially back then, because this is one of the ones that actually had a story that kept going, kind of like, not as well as Rick and Morty is, but there was actually a plot going on here between episodes, which I appreciated. A lot of cartoons back then didn't do anything like that, so that was cool. But of course, you're saying, well, that came out in the 90s. What does that have to do with now? People, this week, we had that new DuckTales reboot, and it was not half bad. But yes, we had that premiere recently. I think it was like the 15th, so like this Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it was this month.
Yeah, so it was really recent, and that's actually available on YouTube right now, the first episode, and it is actually good.
Good.
I was legit surprised. And of course, we have something that we've talked about earlier. I believe it was a few weeks ago. We had the reboot of Rocko's Modern Life coming out very, very soon. I think in November of this year. And from what we saw, it actually seems pretty funny. It seems to be keeping the same tone that the original kept while updating it, which seems dope. Yeah. And I hope they're good with the writing, because that was something that I wasn't a big fan of Rocko's Modern Life when it first came out, but I appreciated the writing on it.
Yeah.
We have these other reboots coming out, and again, there's one more that I got to jump into before we get out of the TV realm, and I am talking about that amazing show that actually, when they showed the trailer for this up here, and when they showed it when it premiered on YouTube, it might have brought a tear or two to your eye.
Let's hear from some people who Arnold has helped.
She want that D.
Now look at me, sitting on the biggest stoop in the city.
Stoop Kid ain't afraid to leave his stoop no more, because we had Arnold of Hey Arnold helping him out, and of course he is getting his, I guess, farewell movie that he's got his made-for-TV movie of Hey Arnold, Welcome to the Jungle, and it seems like it's going to be pretty dope, and I'm so happy he's getting his send-off. We're getting all of these movies and these TV shows, but you're saying Goodwin and Gertz, the GGs up here, good game, folks. You're saying, well, you have all these things and TV shows and movies, but this is a video game show. What video games have come out this year that were 90s properties that were either remakes or reduxes or remasters of those original 90s properties that were either decent or good? And people, this is a trigger warning for you. This may make some of you have Vietnam flashbacks. This may make some of you cover your ears. This may make some of you start bleeding from your eyes, but it's something that we played up here. It's something that I love, and it's something from the 90s that I feel did a good job of making a comeback in a remastered version.
Every single day way, stress comes in every way. I ain't got no time for nobody. My style is rich, dope, fat, and rich. We'll make a cake today that looks rich. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack egg into the bowl.
Bad already. But yes, people, we had Parappa the Rapper. It just got a remaster recently, and we played it up here. And keep in mind, it still has its issues with being able to detect when the hell you're saying something, you aren't saying something. But for the most part, it looked decent for when this game came out, and it still had that old classic charm of being a fun rhythm-based game. So I really appreciated that, Gertz. I don't know how you felt about Parappa.
I actually never really played it when it was in its original state on the PS1. This was the first time I actually played it. And when you consider the age of it, the fact that there are parts of it that are still pretty buggy, it's a lot of fun. And it's got a lot of charm to it too.
Yeah, so like again, it's one of those games that was a 90s property, and they brought it over and ported it to the new edition. People, we've had shitty ports before, but this one was not one of them. So I thoroughly appreciate that, because this game is near and dear to my heart, as that cake disappeared as it was put into I'm like talking about it, he's like, nope, distracting from the talking. So we had that, and then of course, people, we had something that I think it's a trash game. I don't know why anybody on this planet would find this shit entertaining at all. I think it might be one of the worst, if not the worst, re-release of a project from the 90s, or just from any time period. I mean, like, what human, what person, what self-respecting person would like Crash Bandicoot in his new insane trilogy? I don't know, girls. Like, can you answer that? Who would like this game again?
Apparently a lot of people.
Delusional people with too much money on their hands. Even Crash is like, people like this shit. But no, of course, people. I'm just joshing the man across the table, because I know this. Like he said, this is probably one of his favorite games, if not your favorite game of the year.
Right now, it probably is my favorate game of the year.
Okay, and I have a picture of Gertz right as he got this game, and he put it in his PlayStation. There he is, prematuring, or I guess climaxing right on time if you got the game. But yes. There's, of course, we had Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy that came out, had the original Crash 3 games, and it came out, and again, there's still some buggy parts, because I think every game in the 90s had its buggy parts, but it still functioned, unlike some games nowadays, which just come out with buggy parts that don't work. But yes, it had its issues, and it had all of its issues, especially sliding off platforms and some clip detection, things like that. But for the most part, it was a good game. Gertz, you want to elaborate more on Mr. Crash?
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch, but what it gets right, it gets really right. And when you are on like a hot streak, just like nailing these jumps, it's really exhilarating to play. And it is kind of cool to see that a game as old as this, like when did the first Crash come out? I think the first Crash came out in '96 or something like that. The fact that game is 21 years old and it holds up surprisingly well. So yeah, and I had a blast playing all three of them.
Okay, and again, if you can't see how Gertz was for when he's playing this game, that's the face right there. That's me watching in the background, like, he's gonna need to change those pants. But yes, people, we had Crash that came out and it was dope. Now, a game that just came out recently for I guess every console and PC itself. This game, something that's if you haven't been watching the show, a little hint on Gertz's shirt over there. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. It is Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania came out this year, and to be honest with you, people, this game was fucking amazing, and I appreciate it so much. And if you want to see just a little tidbit of what Sonic Mania looks like, here you go. Now, I know I'll talk a lot of shit about things that you like and love, because they're usually shit. But Sonic Mania is really good. I'll give you that. Sonic Mania is a really fun game, and it's a game on the Switch, which only has like 4 games right now. So it's like, yo, anything that comes out is like, I've been in the desert for years, and this is a drop of water.
You haven't played ARMS?
No. No, like I actually, you know what? And this is I know we're sponsored through GameFly and all the other fun shit, but I actually I had ARMS and I had the other one, 1-2 Switch, through GameFly, and I sent them both back without even taking them out the packaging.
Oh, damn.
I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I was like, nah, I'm playing Splatoon. You can keep that. Splatoon 2 is dope. I'll give it that. But yeah, Nintendo, you finally got another game that is worthy and actually fits the purpose of your system being portable and being a game where you just kind of pop in, play a level, then pop out.
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate that. The game is fun. It takes a lot of elements from all Sonic games, and it incorporates them really well into this version. So I greatly appreciate it. Again, Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania it's a fantastic game. Gertz, you got anything to say about Sonic?
I haven't played it yet because I just got it today, and I ordered it a while back. So I'm really eager to start playing it this weekend. But everything I've seen from it, it looks great. I love the story about how it got made, the fact that it was a fan who was making his own fan games for Sonic, because like a lot of Sonic fans, myself included, he wanted a game that continued that tradition and spirit of the Sega Genesis ones. It's why are we deviating so much from those? We're all for innovating and doing new things, but it doesn't feel like Sonic anymore. And this feels like a real return to form, just looking at the footage of it, hearing what people are talking, hearing how people are talking about it. And I think it's putting that stigma to rest for a while that people were saying, probably like for the past 2 years, like, man, Sonic was never really all that good. It's like, nah, man, Sonic 1 through 3 and Knuckles, those games are fucking great. And I'm glad that this is coming out now and reaffirming that.
They ain't that great. But no, I'm playing. Sonic 1 and 2 were dope. Sonic and Knuckles in 3, I
Best one.
Hard pass.
It's the best one. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, one of the best 2D platformers ever made.
Okay. But anyway.
No, not okay. Yes. Yes.
There's tiki torches in it. No.
Oh no.
But no, Sonic 1 and 2 again, fantastic games. 3 is I'm 3 and Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles. I was not a big fan of, but I understand if you were a big fan of that. I'm not saying that they're the worst. I'm just saying I didn't like them. I'd rather play Sonic Pinball than play Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Besides that trash ass option music, whatever the fuck that was.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I think it's a contender for like my favorite game ever. That and Tetris.
Okay. But yeah, this is one of the big reasons why we've actually decided to just make this whole this whole episode a 90s theme show, because we have, a big return to Sonic, return to form, especially from the shit he's been going through in the past few years. You just feel like he's been going through rehab.
Yeah, man. Like, and I am a fan of Sonic, but people who try to justify some of these games, it's like, nah, dude, you cannot defend these. You can't defend Sonic Unleashed. You can't defend Sonic 2006. It's like, stop. Those games are awful.
Well, that was game. He'd be like, the physics didn't even work in the game.
Yeah. So like I've seen like Sonic fans, like they almost like they've been abused. Like they're trying to justify it to themselves. Like, no, it's still good. It's not bad. It's like, nah, man. He's had a lot of missteps along the way. So that makes the fact that this game is really good all the more like fun and I guess inspiring.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things about it is it takes a lot of elements from the original ones, and they're actually throwing in like new boss fights and things in here. And the boss fights in this game are really fantastic.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Like there's so many I want to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it for you. Yeah. Because there was one where not you. I don't give a fuck about you.
I already know that.
Yeah, you spoil. You spoil everything for everybody anyway. Fuck you. But yeah, there's some really dope boss battles in here. And if you were paying close attention to what Gertz said 2 minutes ago, there was a hint in there about one of the boss battles, so maybe you'll figure it out. But yeah, the boss battles in here are amazing. The gameplay is fun, and unlike the original Sonic games, this one actually encourages you to go around and explore the level, not just beat it as fast as possible, because there's things hidden everywhere, and there's all kinds of treats and cookies and things and cake.
Well, Sonic 3 and Knuckles did that too.
No, whack. But anyway, yeah. So this got me to thinking, what could the future of video games be? And recently, I believe this video was released recently, even though this was news last month. We actually got to see it side by side of what it was. And this brings up, we always talk about the future up here. And when people talk about the future of gaming, what's one thing they always include, Gertz?
The future of gaming?
The future of gaming.
Oh, that's
Let me ask you, here's another hint. Okay. It's something we don't give a fuck about, but Coleman loves.
Oh, VR.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go, yeah.
So don't give a fuck about it. I didn't even know you were referring to it.
Yeah, we're like, what is that? Trash? Trash? Garbage. It's garbage. Recycling? Yeah. But yes, people. When we talk about the future of gaming, we can't help but bring up VR. Now, you know our opinion on it. I don't think it's that dope. I don't think Gertz thinks it's that dope either.
Overhyped,
especially for the way it is right now.
Yeah.
However, we are seeing some things that are pretty cool. Now, this is another property from the 90s that has been, I guess, revamped or has continued throughout the years. And now we're getting the revamped, I guess, cool version of it, as some people would like to say. Now we have a VR version of this fun kart racing game, Mario Kart. I feel bad for the people listening to this on SoundCloud right now because it just sounds like somebody's being murdered in Asia. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa, y'all, good job! And then it just turned into a porn.
Yeah. What happens if you get hit with a blue shell? Does your cart just explode in the arcade?
That'd be amazing, first of all. I'm like, yo! But we actually got a little sneak preview of what happens when a character gets an item and decides to throw it at another character. Yeah. Fuck you, bitch. Now, yes, people, granted, this looks fucking amazing. This looks dope as hell.
This looks really cool.
Yeah, but keep in mind, you have to have all that shit that's right there, that rig and all the other stuff.
Exactly. This is like a cool-ass arcade attraction, not something you bring into your home.
Yeah, I don't know anybody would be willing to shell out all that money to get this official Mario Kart cart in their home, as well as have the Vive and all this other fun stuff. Keep in mind, it looks beautiful, and we're not detracting from this. If I had the ability to have this, I would enjoy to have to own this game and get to play it. However, I still don't think this is what VR is going to be in the next few years. No. It's keep in mind, I still feel like this is quite gimmicky. I feel like the price point on it is still a little too high, and I just feel like the way gaming is, it relies a lot on quick twitch muscle memory and things like that, and I feel like VR doesn't lend itself well to that.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, keep in mind, people, for the future of gaming, we do have, fun things coming out, new things. Of course, we had big new titles that came out this year, like Horizon Zero Dawn. I see a bunch of y'all are playing that right now. Fantastic, amazing game. But we also have things that are coming from the 90s and still doing a good job, like Mario Kart. I wish we could get something like this and have it in your homes or whatever. If they would get like this whole package for like $50, I'd buy it today. Mm-hmm. But we know that rig is like $3,000, and I'm not. Nope. That's rent. I would not be doing that. So yes, people, the future does look a little bright. So I'm happy to say that. And for the 90s and all these other properties coming in, I'm happy that things are going to go well. Now, Gertz.
Yo.
We talk a lot on here. We talk about a lot of things that have happened or things that we would like to see happen. I think we know each other well enough to kind of guess what games we would like to see in the future from the 90s. So, Gertz, I'll let you go ahead and introduce my game as me.
Okay.
You can just pretend to be me, and I feel like you know what it is. So, Gertz, go ahead and you can say what's coming up on the screen and just how much, as Corey Goodwin, as me, how much you love this game.
Yeah, it's probably the dopest game ever released for the PlayStation 1. Not Bust a Move. Bust a Groove.
Goddamn right.
You gotta make that distinction, because anytime you say, yo, bust a groove, man, people mean like bust a move. It's like, nah, no, bust a groove.
I mean, I got some shoe polish in my car. I'm gonna put it on right now.
It's a terrible impression of you.
I was like, yo, you got the dopes. You got the dopes in there.
And the Nas.
Nah, yeah. You got those in there, so I appreciate that. But yes, people, the greatest goddamn game for the PS1, Bust the Goddamn Groove.
Yeah.
Out of sight.
But yes, people, one of the greatest games, and the reason why, and I'm just let me show this one last thing. The reason why, again, this is one of the dopest games of video games ever. How many games got a gay robot as the final boss?
Ooh.
How many? You just name one. Give me one.
I don't think there is one, man.
Busta Grooves has one.
Oh.
Can't stop my fabulousness. Can't stop my fabulousness.
I was gonna say, man, how do you know he's gay? And then I was like, right away, like, oh, never mind. He is proud.
I was like, all right, this game is setting standards. It's letting us know that robots, you can be gay too. Dude,
Yeah.
live your truth, baby girl. Live your truth. And if it's ruining Japan and dancing in the middle of it in the most fabulous gay club way, you look at the fire. Yes. Ooh. He's a little flamboyant. It's amazing. But yes, people. Now, as I feel like Gertz, we've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what game you want to see make a strong comeback, and I'm going to try to do my
You're
best.
trying to imitate me.
I'm not going to imitate. I'm going to channel you.
Okay.
I'm going to just, I got to find my zone. Oh, Lord, he's getting ready, y'all. He's ready to leap across the table. He's like, I'm waiting. Okay, so I got to do my Gertz impression. All right. I can sing, I can't dance. I can sing, I can't dance. All right, here we go. Hey, guys. I like this game because it came out in the 90s, and I love platformers. This is a fun game. There are no bodies in my closet. Stay away from my tarps. And again, this game is amazing. It's a fire-breathing character. The platforming was great. What's something else? Smurfs and Lost Village, fuck you. And of course, the game I'm talking about is the amazing Spyro the Dragoon. Now, Greg, did I do a good job? Is that the game you would like to see make a comeback from the 90s?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and why would you like to see Spyro make a comeback? I had my, it's a fun, dope game and gay robots. Why is this your game from the 90s?
Well, I think similar to your case, it's a game.
Gay robots? Are there gay robots? Please tell me there's gay robots. If there's not, boo. Hardcore boo.
None that I can recall, unfortunately.
Okay, so well, excuse me for interrupting, sir. Let me go ahead and explain why you like Spyro so much.
Oh, it's a game I grew up with, and I've been replaying the second one for the past few weeks at work, and that game holds up really, really well. Now, the first one, which is what this one is, it holds up pretty well for the most part, but there are definitely a few portions of it that are like a little bit more products of their time. So, and seeing that Activision owns this property, and they just released the Crash Trilogy, and they did a really good job with that, again, by letting Vicarious Visions be the ones to actually really develop it. I'm hoping they do something similar with this, because honestly, I think this series has aged better than the Crash series has. Just if you go back and play the original games, because Crash is all about precision, and it's in a weird kind of 3D plane. Spyro is much more about exploration and collecting stuff.
Okay,
and it's a lot of fun. It's like the way a lot of people feel about Banjo-Kazooie, I feel that way about Spyro.
Oh, so you're saying Banjo-Kazooie is trash?
No.
That's what I heard.
I'm saying I prefer Spyro to Banjo-Kazooie. It's my go-to. If you want to talk about 3D platformers that are like collectathons, the Spyro series is hands down my favorite.
Okay, that's fair. So I think, these are two franchises that we can see make a solid comeback. Again, Gertz with his Spyro the Dragon, and me with my gay robots.
Yep.
Yes. God damn it! I want this game so bad. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're done with that. Oh, and look, even on the building over there it says yes.
Oh shit!
Yes.